Hello all my Kickstarter supporters and all the rest of my grand fam. It's Steve here. It's been a while since my last update and I want to apologize for that. It's been a very busy, hectic, crazy summer, but I promise you I'm working really hard and doing the very best that I can. I've noticed that some of you are starting to become frustrated that my album isn't out yet and that not all of my Kickstarter rewards have been sent out yet. Most of you have been incredibly patient through this, and I thank you for that so much. For those of you who have started to become frustrated, know that I absolutely understand and want to do everything I can to keep you guys happy and to make things right. So I just want to say a few words about what's been going on and what you could expect. First and foremost, I am going to put out a great record, and I am going to deliver on all the promises that I made to you guys on Kickstarter. I'm not going to let you down. I'm not going to let myself down. You could count on that. When I came to you for your support through Kickstarter, I never could have imagined that so many of you would be so incredibly generous. This whole thing has opened up worlds that I never even knew really existed. Because of your incredible support, I've been able to work with some of the best producers, songwriters, mixers, and other creatives in the industry. Because of you, the quality of work that I'm putting out is going to be better than anything I could have done without your support. And I know you're going to be happy with the finished product. The creative process is one that's very hard to predict and control. And many of the incredibly accomplished and busy people that I'm working with, it's been very hard to just get on their schedules. And that's not something that you necessarily think about when you're thinking about making a record. But these people are very good, and as a result, they're also very busy. So a lot of times I've just had to wait while I will do other things, but I essentially have to wait for them to make time in their schedule for me because they're working on so many other great projects. But I promise you the people I'm working with are really great, and I promise you all of this is going to be worth the wait. I didn't take a poll, but I imagine if I were to, I would guess that the vast majority of you would say that you prefer a great album that maybe is several months later than expected, rather than a decent album which is delivered on time. When all this started, I was very ambitious in wanting to get this record out. It just wasn't realistic, though, to think that I could pump out a great record in just a few short months. This is actually my first rodeo, so I really appreciate all your continued patience and support. Trust me, no one wants this record out more than me. It's really been, I feel like, 12 years in the making. I've been, if one thing has been consistent in my life, it's that I've been telling my friends, the same thing for 12 years, which is that, oh no, sorry, I can't go out tonight. I got to record. I got to, write. I wrote the song, and I, really need to put it down while I'm inspired. I've been saying that for 12 years, and so just kind of for my own peace of mind and for everything else, I really want to get this out there. But most importantly, I want it to be good, and I want it to be something that is really special for you guys for a long time, not just something that you think is cool for a hot second. I really want it to be something that's meaningful in your lives for many years to come. And this brings me to my next point, the next issue here. Since this success of my Kickstarter, and because of it, I've been able to bring on a lot of really great music advisors who have taught me so much about this crazy, crazy business. And all seem to pretty much unanimously agree that an independent artist putting out a record in the last 3 months, it's just, in the last 3 months of the year, it's just not a good idea. Because this is when all of the major label artists are putting out their best music, because the months leading up to the holidays are the most competitive, because that's when consumers are spending the most on music. And I've given this a lot of thought. I've lost sleep over it, over the last, probably 2 months as I've kind of come to terms with all of this, wondering what to do and trying to balance the expectations of you guys and, all my fans and all the people who have been so incredibly supportive of me, and also taking into account the fact that I want to be doing this for a long time, and I want this all to be an investment in, a career that, is able to sustain itself, hopefully for many years to come. And so what I've, what has become very apparent to me is that the smart thing to do for longevity and for to give this record the best chance of reaching as many ears as possible and having the biggest impact it can is for me to release it in January, even though it will be done before then. However, I will be releasing a maxi single, and it's going to contain my next new single. Also, another album track will be on it, and a special bonus track. And every Kickstarter donor will be getting the maxi single package. Obviously, with no extra charge or anything. You guys are being incredibly patient, so that's something you could expect and look forward to. So there will be 3 new tracks coming very soon. So I think that's enough information for one video, enough to digest. I'm going to make another video very soon regarding all the other questions you guys have about the other Kickstarter fulfillments. I am working on all of those. So I will be doing another update video soon with all the information about the thank you notes and the private concerts and the meetings and the smelling marker drawings and the t-shirts and all of that. A lot of you have already gotten things that I see you posting on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. I love seeing those pictures, so thank you for sharing. More than ever now, I realize that this is really the only thing I could have ever done in this life that would have brought me this much sense of purpose and this deep sense of purpose. So I really know this has been the right thing for me to do. And so just know that you're not just helping me put out an album with this. You're helping me launch a career, and a career that doesn't just end after a year or so. One that is able to sustain itself for many years to come. I'm thinking long term with this. I think that that's the most responsible thing to do, not just for my life, but for the fact that you guys have invested in me. So I'm really trying to keep a long-term perspective in all of this. I really believe we're closer than ever, to being in a world where people really recognize that a good love song is a good love song regardless of gender pronouns. It's been the greatest honor of my life that so many of you feel like I've given a voice to what you feel, and that I'm someone that is pushing the message that we see as truth, which is that love is love, regardless if it's a man singing about a man or a man and a woman or a woman and a woman. None of that matters. It's all about love and human connection. As always, I just want to say how grateful I am to all of you who have been so incredibly supportive and generous and patient with me. I promise everyone is going to get everything that they were promised, and I promise that I'm doing everything I can to make a great record and keep this going for the long term. So I'm going to end this now. I'm not good at saying goodbye, but thank you guys so much again. Love you all so much. Good night.